Hi, welcome to Readers in the Making. Did you know that simply reading for fun can be the key to one of the most powerful parts of exploding reading for your child? Well, we're going to talk about that today, and we're going to talk about joy-driven reading and what that can do for your child. Hope you stick around. Welcome to Readers in the Making, the live show where we celebrate the magic of books and the joy of helping kids grow as readers. Whether you're a teacher, a parent, or just someone who loves fostering a deep, lifelong love of reading, you're in the right place. Each week, I will dive into actionable tips, creative strategies, and inspiring stories to help you nurture confident, curious, and excited readers, one page at a time. I'm Trina Debery, your host and biggest cheerleader in the journey of building readers. So grab your coffee, your notebook, or maybe even your favorite book, and let's get ready to inspire the next generation of readers. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Let's dive in. All right, today we're talking about joy-driven reading and how it impacts literacy, comprehension, and a lifelong reading. Hi, I'm Trina Debery, and today we're going to talk about how to use joy as a motivator. We're going to talk about the academic and emotional benefits of reading for pleasure. And then finally, I'm going to share some tips for creating a reading routine that sparks curiosity and excitement. All right, so let's get started. So we're talking about reading as a motivator and making it irresistible for kids. All right, so there's a lot of research that shows that children, when they enjoy reading, when they enjoy doing something, that they keep wanting to do it. That makes sense. And they're more likely to read regularly, which improves literacy skills along with time. So that is really the biggest thing, is we want them to love what they're doing so that they keep doing it. And even for kids that have learning disabilities or have specific struggles around reading, the key is to keep reading. I myself have dyslexia. My son has dyslexia. And I know the key for me was as soon as I fell in love with reading, I couldn't put books down. So it's almost like creating new neural pathways in your brain to overcome a difficulty. And the practice made a huge difference. All right, when reading feels like a gift rather than a chore, it helps kids pick up books and want to keep doing it. And they'll do it on their own without having to be bribed or timed or threatened or any of those things. So some practical tips are let them choose books. This is really important. When they're choosing books, we have to remember that sometimes there's a certain time of reading where we are, Hi, Kids 3 Free. I see someone here and I never see someone here, so I'm very excited about that. All right, so we want to let kids choose books because as I was saying, there's times for reading. There's times where we may be working on decoding words. There's times where we may be working on fluency, but there's also times where we want to work on them loving to read, and letting them pick books is a way of helping them love to read. We want to make it special. We want to do fun things around reading, like reading picnics or reading books or bedtime stories or under blankets or in a tent or in a living room fort. Any of these kinds of things that makes it more exciting can really help. And if you're here and you want to drop in the comments something that makes reading fun at your house, I'd love to hear it. Incorporate their hobbies. Tie reading to things that they love. If they're really into sports, find books about sports. They're really into dance, find dance books. They're really into unicorns, find books with unicorns. This is really important. All right, let's talk about the benefits of reading for pleasure to support academic growth. Because a lot of times I have people say, well, I don't want my child just to read for fun. I do have to stop and wonder, what? Yeah. But okay, I get it. We know that sometimes it has to be serious. They're learning new things. I understand that. But there is a science of joyful reading. And we talk about what happens in your brain when you're doing something that makes you happy. It's like sparking like crazy. It's firing all these different neurons, and it's actually helping us, it's benefiting us, it's making us want to do it again. It's really, when we are reading for pleasure, it's strengthening our vocabulary, it's strengthening our comprehension, our critical thinking skills, and it doesn't feel like work. And that's the key with kids. If we can make things feel like play and not work, that's how kids learn. They learn through play. So that's the goal. We want to make sure that we are paying attention to how they feel and not just how they are performing. So that's a really, really important aspect that we often overlook in traditional schools. There's also an emotional benefit. And when we allow kids to read for pleasure, they're having the experience of practicing empathy for characters, and they're seeing how different relationships equal different things, and they can kind of see themselves in the characters and how the story's working out, or also understanding people that they may not necessarily understand or have been exposed to. So we want to give them this comfort. We want to help reduce stress, and we want to spark their imagination. All right, when your kids see you also, when they see you enjoying a book, it shows them that reading is valuable and fun. All right, finally, let's talk about creating a reading routine that sparks curiosity and excitement. All right, we want to make it predictable. So if we have that specific time set aside every day, almost like a habit, whether it's reading at the end of the day, and I know some parents are like, we're so tired at the end of the day and I got to get them to bed and it's my only time by myself. And we start feeling like rushed and anxious and bath time and everything. And it's, how about we stop and we move that routine down by 15 minutes. We go, you know what? I'm going to start at 6 rather than 6:30, or I'm going to start at 6:15 rather than 6:30, and I'm going to move it down so I don't feel so rushed. And we just find a little bit of time because we don't want to take away from the joyful moments so that we can do the things that are not so joyful. So that's one idea. Also, maybe it's not at nighttime. Maybe your first thing in the morning routine is reading. Maybe as they're waking up, you're reading a book as they're getting up and kind of getting acclimated to the world. And it's just like, or you're snuggling for a little bit of time. I didn't used to do this very often, ever. Well, I didn't have a dog, but so it was like getting up was really rough. But now I have like this 5 to 10 minutes of snuggling with my dog, Kobe, and it's totally makes me like ready for the day. So it's a little easier because my schedule isn't as crazy as it was when my kids were little, but it's just something to think about. So maybe you change your routine a little bit. All right. Add a social element, have like a family book club, pair up with groups of friends, find other cohorts, find other friends, other like book play dates. That could be a really fun thing to do as well. You could even do a makerspace activity. And if you don't know about makerspace, then check out one of my other videos. If you've heard anything that you're like, you like this, then like this video. This lets me know that you want to hear more information, and I am going to keep doing videos for free. And if you are feeling like, hey, I have a really good friend who would love this, then definitely share this video. Share it with them so that they know that it is available. All right, so we want to know that books can really deepen understanding and build excitement for a story and for a reading and for a special time that we can have with our kids. We can use this as a connection. And let's make sure that we celebrate every little bit of progress. Small wins count. They picked the book. Yes. They read a page. That's awesome. They asked to read. Like, those are the kind of things. They got through a tricky word. They knew what something meant. They used the picture to help them as a clue. Anything like that, we want to celebrate. All right, so we're going to wrap it up. I want us to remember that we want to use joy and motivation to let kids choose books. And we want to create fun rituals for kids. We want to recognize that academic and emotional benefits of reading for pleasure, like there is a benefit academically. It is even a benefit for a joy of reading. We want to establish a predictable and engaging reading routine. All right, so ready to help your child love reading? Then go ahead and grab this quick guide below. It's a 5-quick guide to help instill that love of reading, and you can grab it right below. And let's make reading a special thing. And before I go, just don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss an episode. I'm doing daily for the rest of January, and then we're going to weekly. Together, you and I can create joyful, confident readers in the making, one page at a time. Bye for now.